The net within the net, Rakshas's shadow empire. In Pataliputra, people often whispered that the Nanda Empire had fallen, but its minister had not. Rakshasa, master strategist, loyal to the old dynasty and keeper of the sharpest mind after Chanakya's, had not vanished with his king. He merely slipped beneath the surface of the world, like a crocodile waiting for the river to still. Chanakya knew this better than anyone. Soldiers guard the gates, Chanakya once said, but the city itself is guarded by silence, and silence belongs to spies. Chandragupta, still young and restless, preferred to face danger with steel in his hand. But Chanakya had lived too long in the shadows to indulge such impulses. A kingdom does not fall to invasion as quickly as it falls to information. And Rakshasa's strength lay not in armies, but in the eyes and ears he left behind. This is the story of how Chanakya turned those very eyes blind. Whispers in the capital. The day began with a small, troubling pattern. Merchant complaints reached the palace before sunrise. A caravan that had quietly sworn allegiance to Chandragupta suffered a robbery the very night they met Chanakya. A secret troop movement had leaked, forcing a detour. A warehouse storing grain for soldiers caught fire moments after guards had stepped away. These were not coincidences, they were fingerprints. Chandragupta marched into Chanakya's chambers, anger thick in his voice. Someone in the city hears every move we make. Chanakya didn't reply immediately. He finished drawing a line on a palm leaf map, blew the ink dry, and looked up. Not someone, he said, Rakshasa. The name carried weight. Minister to the fallen Nandas, a man as disciplined as Chanakya, as relentless and as loyal. History remembers two men as masters of espionage, Chanakya, who built networks out of dust, and Rakshasa, who turned loyalty into shadows. Chanakya unfurled another palm leaf. 3 names were written in his crisp, angular script: Jivasiddhi, Jain monk; Shakatadas, royal scribe; and Chandanadas, guild leader of the jewelers. 3 men whose loyalty bends not to us, but to him. Chandragupta's instinct was simple: arrest them. Chanakya shook his head. If you crush a spider, the web remains. But if you move like a fly, the spider will show himself. The monk who walked between worlds. Jivasiddhi lived in a tiny monastery at the city's edge. He was known as a man of peace, a monk who ate once a day and spoke only when needed. But monks, especially harmless ones, tend to be invisible. And invisibility is the first qualification of a good spy. Chanakya walked into the monastery alone, without guards, without sandals, carrying only a bowl of fruit. Jivasiddhi bowed. Chanakya bowed lower. Master, the monk, the circle grows restless. For Jivasiddhi was not Rakshasa's spy, he was Chanakya's. Hidden behind the monk's humility was a mind trained to decode the small signals of a city. The pattern of lanterns lit in the northern quarter, the unusual movement of a potter's wheel, the frequency of footsteps outside a shuttered shop. All of these made their way to Chanakya through the monk's quiet observations. Tell me, Chanakya asked, who gathers now? Jivasiddhi described secret meetings, merchants who spoke of the honor of the fallen Nanda line, scribes who murmured of unjust takeover, and guildsmen who believed Rakshasa would one day return. Do not stop them, Chanakya instructed. Feed them. Let them believe the shadows are safe. Only then will they speak freely. The monk bowed once more. He understood now. Forts are taken with siege engines. but spy networks are taken with patience. A ring falls in the dark. While Chanakya traced the web, fate offered him a weapon. In the home of Chandanadas, the jeweler who secretly protected Rakshasa's family, panic broke out one night. Guards in the street had been searching houses after a reported infiltration. In the confusion, Rakshasa's wife, frightened by the noise, clasped her hands too tightly. The heavy seal ring, Rakshasa's mudrā, his symbol of authority, slipped from her finger. It rolled under a wooden chest unnoticed. Hours later, a humble servant sweeping the floor found it. He froze. The symbol carved on the ring was unmistakable, the emblem of Rakshasa, the man the city feared and revered. This servant, however, was no ordinary man. He was one of Chanakya's unnamed eyes, placed months ago in the jeweler's house. He wrapped the ring in cloth, hid it under his robes, and at dawn slipped away through back alleys to the palace. Chanakya examined the ring under lamplight. Chandragupta stood beside him, stunned. Does this mean Rakshasa is here, in the city? No, Chanakya said softly. It means destiny has placed his voice in my hand. Then he said the line that would change the fate of kings. Until now, we listened through his eyes. From today, we will speak through his voice. The letter that broke a kingdom. Rakshasa had formed alliances with several small kings led by the ambitious prince Malayaketu. Their plan was simple: attack Chandragupta from the borders while spies destabilized Pataliputra from within. But Malayaketu was proud, uncertain, and suspicious of everyone, especially Rakshasa. Chanakya knew this weakness well, and so, with Rakshasa's own ring in hand, Chanakya drafted a forged letter. In it, Rakshasa named 5 allied kings who were ready to defect for land and wealth. And he sealed the letter with the stolen mudra. But Chanakya's brilliance did not end with the forgery. He ensured the letter reached Malayaketu through Rakshasa's own agents, carried by Siddharthaka, a spy who pretended to be a loyal messenger of the jeweler Chandanadasa. The delivery was perfect. Malayaketu saw the signature. He saw the list of traitorous allies. He believed every word. What followed was chaos. Malayaketu executed the 5 kings named in the letter. Their armies retreated or dissolved. The coalition crumbled from fear and mistrust. Rakshasa's carefully built network fell apart, not by force but by misdirected loyalty. When word reached Rakshasa, it was already too late. His influence evaporated in a single night. The net he had woven for years had been turned inside out. On a terrace overlooking the Ganga, Chandragupta stood with Chanakya, watching torches flicker across the river. Malayaketu's camp retreating in disarray. You broke his spy network without raising a single suspicion, Chandragupta said, awe in his voice. Chanakya smiled gently. No, Chandragupta, I simply turned the web. Then, after a long pause, he added, when Rakshasa's network whispered, it once whispered against us. From today, it whispers our words. Chanakya had not defeated Rakshasa. He had outthought him, and history was written by the thinker who moved first.